Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Stretch the Sketch. Now this series was started by Fritz of Galaxy Girl Creations. This is where we take a 12 by 12 sketch, stretch it, shrink it, whatever we want to do with it, twist it, turn it, all kinds of fun things. This is this month's sketch and I do have 3 photos that I'm going to use. So let's see what I can do. All right, so I'm starting out with this basic gray paper that I've cut down to 8.5 by 11, and it is a tone teal on teal paper. I'm using the Let's Get Dotty 12 by 12 stencil from Scrapping Reflections, and then I'm grabbing the color Peacock and my teal blender brush, and I am going to use the Close to My Heart ink and go ahead and ink blend right over top of the stencil. Now, I am doing a lighter blend. I guess it's not really blending because I'm only using one color, but I am doing a lighter ink and then also a darker ink so that you're going to have variations where some of the dots will be dark and some of them will be lighter. Now I end up covering up a lot of this, so this is definitely something I want to do again on a 12 by 12 layout where I have much more real estate to play with and to see the difference because I honestly love how this background came out. So now that I am being super careful not to go over this edge here on the left hand side because I don't want the ink going through there. I just want the ink where the dots are. So I'm going to put my ink away and then I'm going to pull out some glitter glaze in this teal color, and I am putting the glitter glaze on thicker where the color is lighter and thinner where the color is darker. Now, if I would have thought about this, I probably would have put the glitter glaze thicker where the darker was. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I want to do this again because I love the way that this tone on tone came out, and I'll probably play with it a little bit and figure out what the perfect combination is. So now I have gone ahead and made sure some of my glitter glaze was fully in the circles, and then some of it is just little tiny bits of glitter glaze off on the circles. So here it is, all dry. I think it's gorgeous. It shows up a little glary on the video, but in person, oh my word, you guys, it's so sparkly and beautiful. So now I am going to follow the sketch basically and use this strip right here of this colored paper to be that horizontal strip. Basically, I'm using the stenciled area as that pink part on the sketch. And then originally I thought I was going to use vellum where the striped piece is so that you could see a good amount of the color. However, the vellum basically just toned down the glitter and it didn't give me a little bit of a punch behind the photos that I wanted. So I decided to go with the stripy paper. Now I am using a combination of ATG and Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere the strip down, and that is because I am adhering paper down on top of glitter glaze. Glitter glaze does have lots of nooks and crannies, you guys, so you need a good strong liquid glue to adhere your paper to it, and that's why I chose the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. So make sure you check out everyone that is linked down below to see what everyone else that likes to play with Stretch Your Sketch did with the sketch, whether they made it into a 2-page layout, an even smaller layout than an 8.5 by 11 at Traveler's Notebook, all kinds of fun things. It's always great inspiration. So now I'm going to take this really colorful paper because I think it coordinates great with the stripy bits, and I'm going to put my 2 smaller photos right next to each other. Now in the sketch it does have a gap, however, because I do have such limited space on this size layout, I am going to make sure that my photos all overlap. So not only did I trim down my photos, I am also overlapping them. Just because an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper is a small piece of paper to me. I really do love scrapbooking on 12 by 12. I like to have a little bit of a mix and match of pages in my albums though, especially Disney albums. I think that that's super fun, so this is going to be great. My photo of me is matted on the vellum. I didn't want to add too much clutter because, like I said, little amount of space. So now I have the photographs down. My photograph is popped up on some fun foam, and I grab this Project Life card, and I'm going to place it underneath of the photographs just to give me a tiny little space for a little bit of journaling. I also grab the Thick and Thin thickers that my friend Sharon gave me at retreat, and I'm going to have a simple title with the word fly. Now, you guys, I love being up in the air. I love flying. I love being in a hot air balloon. I love being in an airplane. I love being in the big airplane, commercial aircraft, private aircraft. It doesn't matter. I like to fly. I like to be up in the sky, and the Skyliner definitely gives me that great flying feeling. So I could just ride the Skyliner all day long and be ridiculously happy. And I'm just write in my journaling how much I enjoy riding on the Skyliner, and it's just exhilarating flying high above Disney property. So now I am going to add a little bit of decoration. I don't feel like I need a whole heck of a lot of decoration here because, you know, there is a lot going on in the background and my photos are a lot on this page. I am going to do this little arrow flare here. Now, fun foam is the perfect depth to place on the inside of your flare here so that it will be flat on the page. However, since I am putting a flare over top of a photograph that's already up on fun foam, I needed to add a second layer so that the flare wouldn't tilt down and it would be kind of flat. Now, I am going to be using this sequin mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps. It is a holiday magic sequin mix. There are Christmas trees in it, but it's got these great blues and teal colors that I think would be a fabulous match for my layout. So I am going to pull those out, and then I pull out a couple of tiny word phrases just so that I can have a little bit of decoration on the page. Now, I am a fan of decorating with words, you guys. It conveys thoughts and feelings and also adds a little extra pizzazz to your page, so it works out perfectly. Now, because these word phrases are over top of Glitter Glaze, I am going to use my liquid adhesive to make sure that they stay stuck down to my layout because nobody needs your tiny word phrases flying off your page. Now, I did add that little enamel heart over top of my flare badge, and then I have that one down there at the bottom as well. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. Just a couple tiny little details. So here I've pulled out some Ellie Studio embellishments, and I decided to put one of the hearts over here where the title area is, and I'm going to overlap it on that glittery circle, and then I decided to put two hearts over here over where my photograph is. And I have just realized while I am staring at my layout that I put glue dots down to put sequins down by those two little hearts, and I put sequins everywhere except for over by those hearts. So we're going to do that while we are chatting here doing the voiceover. So yes, my photographs are not going to have the sequins over by the hearts because silly me didn't even pay attention to them to make it happen. Goodness gracious. Okay. So now that I get these sequins on, it's pretty awesome because the sparkly sequins are practically a perfect match for the sparkle that I have already going on the background with my glitter glaze, and that makes me ridiculously happy. I love it when things just are happy accidents that they match and they turn out great. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me as I get to share with you my love of the Disney Skyliner. Check out everyone down below, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.